Hello and welcome to Something Saturday again. This is going to be a bit of a random video, to be perfectly honest. As I was doing my wreath class the other day, one of the girls had bought this frame, not with this material inside of it. So she had bought the frame and I was just playing around with it and putting some of the stars in the center of it. And I just went, oh my goodness, that would look amazing if I had some nice sheer fabric. Hence, sheer fabric has now been stapled to the back of it. Not too sure how I'm going to clean that up, but never mind, that's all right, because it's there and it's now stretched nicely onto it. And then I was thinking it would be really cool to have some of the stars actually just glued onto it. So that is what we are going to attempt today, and we will see how we go. So clearly stapling this works well because the wood is soft enough. I just used my it's actually an old Stampin' Up stapler, and literally all I did was popped this in and just, if I can get into the right spot. Oh, and apparently I've just run out of staples. That's clever, isn't it? Yep, they have all gone. Okay, well, that's fine. I've got more staples somewhere. But yeah, literally all I did was just stapled it all the way around, and it is staying nicely. So then we're using the Sweetest Star Punch, which is part of a bundle, and I didn't think to have the other half of it with me, so here it is. There is the other half of it. Sweetest Star, it's very cute. It's got a little cute Santa, Exhibit A. I don't have the other ones stamped out around me. Bizarrely, I had this one just sitting there. I'm not too sure why. Yeah. So it's this part of it that I'm going to use, and we are going to use this paper here, which is called Season of Green and Gold, which I know I've used before, but I just thought it would look really nice because the material I found is sheer, but it's slightly ivory in colour or creamy in colour, so I thought this would look really nice with it. I'm hoping so. You will need to have, if you have an attempt at this, you'll need to punch out your stars, and then you're going to need to fold your stars. So we had great fun folding stars the other day in class. I'm sure the girls will tell you. Some of them not quite as much fun as others. Anyway, you want to basically fold it at all the points. So you're just going to go round. There is 5 folds, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last point 5. So you're literally just folding it so that it goes from the point down, and from the point down, and point down, point down, point down. So you've got 5 folds, and then it's a case of persuading these so that they end up sitting up so that you have a little 3D star, which once you get the hang of it, it's actually remarkably simple, and that is your little 3D star. Let me just check that we're in focus. Are we in focus? Don't know. There's the 3D star. Ooh, shimmy the star. Anyway, so you're going to be doing that with all of them. I have done a whole heap already, which I've put to one side, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same with these ones. The reason I'm leaving this on here is because I know that there is a glint off my lights that are above it, and otherwise you'll end up with a little blinding flash of light. So blinded by the light. Right. So I'm going to go quiet, and I'm sure I'm going to speed up immensely while I go quiet, and just finish shaping these up. Ta-da! So there we go. We have 6 stars and we have a whole heap more that are over here on this. And the reason these have little pieces of what looks like cheese inside them is because it's actually little pieces of foam. I know, it's so cool, isn't it? They look like cheese and wom, 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 wom. Yes, I am slightly weird. Happens in this family. Anyway, they're really cool on the other side too, actually, aren't they? So the way that I have done it is I've actually just added a bit of Tombow into the sort of middle bit of these. And we will just do that. So that then we can add these little pieces of, as we were calling them on Saturday, cheese. And Tuesday. And the reason we want these on there is because the stars are actually kind of difficult to attach if you're just attaching them by the little pointy bits. Whereas potentially you could actually attach them using these once the cheese is set in the middle of it. Or foam, really. Let's just grab some of these pieces. So just going to hold it in place for a minute as they set. So again, I will speed up the video while those are setting. Okay, so I'm just going to temporarily put those 6 out of the way. And bring in some of these ones and show you what my next step with it is. So as you can see, it's not actually all that even. So if I put that down on the surface, it actually sort of rocks around a bit. So the next thing you want to do is create a flat surface on here. And I had a pair of scissors. There they are. Excellent. And we're just going to sort of trim it down so that it doesn't end up rocking around so much. That feels pretty good. And I apologise to the girls who did this class first because we didn't do it this way in the first class and it probably would have been a lot better. It's one of those sort of learning curve things that happens after you've done one class and you think, how could I make that better? So I think that one I'd already done. And okay. So hopefully these are just about set now. Okay, let's just check the focus. And move that back to there so you're not being blinded. All right. So my next thought was that I would like to have these so they kind of float around. Now that. Can't remember which one's meant to be where. Oh, oops. That was in between that one and that one. Oh, that's not working. I can't remember how I had this now. 1, 2, 3. May have had it slightly more spread out than that, actually, thinking about it, because I've got this feeling that I was going to go with may require slightly more. 2 more. Excuse me. But that is my general idea behind it. And then, because I was thinking if I add glue to this and stick it onto there, the glue is just going to come straight out the other side. So I made myself little discs, and we shall see how well this goes. Because the other day we were putting them on with glue dots, which was fine, but I'm not really sure that they stayed terribly well, and it was a little bit frustrating when we were doing it. So let's just pop that down onto there. Oops. And pop that underneath it and see whether that works. This could be exceedingly time consuming. And I'm kind of feeling like I now need to move all these off here. Wow, and I'm going to get glue everywhere. Oh, seriously, Heather. Those are all for the middle. So actually that looks like it's just fallen off. I was just about to say that looks like it might have worked, but it just fell off. So I am not sure whether it's working or not. I think it may need a little bit of holding. Potentially you could use hot glue if you didn't have delicate little fingers like I do and go ow, ow, ow every time you use hot glue. It's not working terribly. Right, sad to say it has come down to hot glue. I couldn't work out any other way of doing this, so I have my hot glue gun and I am literally just adding a splodge of the hot glue and then sticking my stars down. I have to admit, sometimes some things just call for hot glue. I think we have a little spinny bits going on there. Oh, come on. Okay, you don't need little spinny bits. It's like spider's web, isn't it, when it's so fine and where am I going? This one here. Ow! Ow, 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 ow! See, I told you I don't cope well with the hot glue. Oh, poor little finger. Ew, that was not very tasty at all. Oh, that hurt. Okay, well, at least they are staying on, and I actually might still cover them with the little circles on the back there anyway in a little while. Are they staying? Seems to be staying. Okay, then we have these ones for the middle. Oh, I am covered in little fine bits of hot glue. 2, 3, 4. Still think I need 2 more on there. However, I will glue these ones down. Okay, I really think I do need 2 more. I think we will go with one like that. And put that into there. I wonder if I should go with another gold one. Oh look, I've already got a gold one cut. There we go, we'll just use that. Seems like a plan. All right, bit more folding. Okay, this looks like it's going to work. Oops. Oh, that would help if I actually added it so the bells are on in the right direction. Assuming that's the top, of course, which it may not have been, but it is now. Oops. Ah, come on. All right, so yes, I think I am now going to go ahead and add these circles onto the back here as well, just to make sure that they are going to sort of cover that background a little bit. Ooh. That poor little finger is still feeling quite sore, actually. Told you I don't cope well with hot glue. And pull that glue stick out, because we don't actually want it to end up going through an entire glue stick there. There we go. Well, you can sort of see some of it behind there, but I don't think that's too bad. Why have I got an extra circle now? That's random. Nope, nope, I have a random extra circle. Marvellous. Oh, now that's the bit that I thought I need to pick that off afterwards once it's dried. There it is. The advantages of hot glue is that you can then sort of like pick off the bits that aren't quite right, which is really good. So yeah, that is my very random something Saturday this week. If you can find yourself a frame like that, potentially you could do the same thing. If you feel like you have the patience to do that. Don't forget, you will need little tiny slices of cheese. This was just, you know, one of those car cleaning sponge that you buy from the supermarket for like $1 or something. And literally all I've done is just chopped it into little bite-sized pieces to shove behind these. And I think that's really cool. I'm really happy with the way that's turned out. Obviously, I need to do something else with the back of it. I have absolutely no idea what at the moment, but we shall see. All right, so go check out my blog and I will show you what I end up actually doing with that. And hopefully it looks good in this. Actually, you know what I could do? Just shove a bit of paper underneath it so that it's not... There you go. I think it's cool having that material in the background of it. Okay, so come and join me next week and we will do something else that's marginally random. Okay, see you then. Bye.